Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be making a infinite music machine. So, what you're going to start off with is getting your materials. What you're going to need is a dropper, one because it's cheaper and it's not necessary to use a dispenser. Observer, let's see, what else do we need? We need a water bucket and soul sand. We need soul sand. Glass, well, any block. I prefer to use glass. You're also gonna need hoppers and obviously the jukebox with music. I'm gonna pick a variety of different songs. So yeah, what you're gonna start off with is probably you're gonna try to make the hole as deep as you want. So the size, I'm pretty sure, is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 by 4 or 5 probably. Yeah, 5. So then you make this square, 12 square. Gonna dig down as deep as you'd like. I would go 3 blocks deep, just so that you don't use too much. So it should end up looking like this. Now, what you're gonna do is probably you want to start out with the jukebox. Start out with the jukebox at the top. You're gonna connect some like dropper. Yeah, dropper. You want an observer. You want it. I'm trying to make it as compact as possible. You're gonna want that there, and depending on how deep you have it, depends on how deep the hoppers are gonna go. So if you're gonna do it really deep, it's gonna go really deep in the amount of hoppers. If you're gonna do it really tall, if you're gonna do it really short, it's gonna lessen on the amount of hoppers. You're gonna go all the way up on whatever block you chose, and then you're gonna... Ooh! Now, I remembered something. You're gonna actually want your dropper to be here. The reason for that is what you want to avoid is having the hopper go directly, the hopper that it inserts into being directly next to the jukebox. The reason for that is jukeboxes, they produce some electricity. So if I were to grab like a redstone wire, like a redstone dust, and do it out, you'd see that it emits electricity. So that's why you'd want to avoid having it next to it. And if you know, when you have electricity going into a hopper, it does that. So that's why you want to avoid having it be right next to it. So now you're gonna have as many, depending on where it's going towards it. And then you're gonna do water all the way up. And then this is the above ground part. That's why it doesn't matter that I'm using this outside part, because the only space you should be using going down is this area. Extra room just in case you need to do extra stuff that you'd like to do. And then you'd add another one. You could also add a hopper into here in case you want to put some more music discs in. Connect and cover it all up. You want to make sure only the first or the second, just to as long as it's not the final one touched. You could always make it more compact. I keep forgetting the exact design, but I do know like the basics of the design. I designed it, so there could be ones that are very similar to mine, but I don't know. But I know at least that this one's the one I designed. So you could cover it all up, you can design it. I'm just going to do it with glass. You could do it a little bit more underground if you want this top to be gone. And yeah. That's how you could set it up. So, this is how it looks. You can just throw the music discs in. Oh yeah, something I forgot. You don't want it going directly into there. You want it going into that. Yeah. The reason for this is one, so you can throw it in, and two, if you do that, it'll get thrown in there. As you saw, except it missed. So, see? It goes in. And you can change the song. You can do whatever you want. If you do a solid block, it doesn't interrupt the music and it goes directly in. You see there's none of the bouncing, but I prefer the bouncing. And depending on which direction it goes, depends on what it's gonna go. So your final product, the insides should be like this. It should be based off of this kind of shape. The outside could be whatever you'd like. I'm gonna quickly build what it would look like here. And so, yeah. Well, thank you everybody for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time I record.